welcome to Nando Awaken Your Soul's Unlimited Potential. My name is Eva, and as always, I'm so happy to have you here with me. And today I'm gonna be ending the series that I started 2 videos ago. If you haven't checked them out, make sure you check them out. I'm gonna be leaving the link to that at the end of this current video, so make sure you tune in for that because there are a lot of nuggets of wisdom I shared in those videos. In this video, I'm gonna be starting off by asking you a question, and a very interesting question that I've been pondering on for a couple of weeks, right? It's just a post I saw on someone's feed. They asked the question that if someone gave you the opportunity to one, give you $10 million currently, or the opportunity to go back to being a 6-year-old, but now you get to bring all the life lessons that you've learned all the way into your childhood. If you now get to go back to who you are as a child, but now with all the lessons that you've learned this far, what choice would you make? And I loved this question because I was looking at all angles. I was like, okay, if I have $10 million right now, I mean, considering the state of the economy right now, like $10 million can actually take you far, like so far, especially where I currently am right now. $10 million is a lot of money. And it could last you for a lifetime, but you never know about tomorrow. Anything can happen. The markets can crash. They can make your $10 million like nothing, right? There's a possibility of that happening in your future. And then now there's this current, now the second choice is to now go back to your past with all the life lessons learned. And I sat down and I thought, anyone looking at it will think that I'd go for this choice, right? Because if you're now going back to who you were as a 6-year-old now with all these lessons learned, it means that now maybe you might be wiser to know that to avoid certain people who hurt you, to avoid certain situations that maybe turned out really bad for you, to maybe warn the people around you in case of anything bad that might actually happen to them, like in their future selves life, right? If you have all that knowledge, you can actually do so much with it if you go back to being a 6-year-old. But then I sat and thought, what if I get the opportunity to change my past? What if by changing that past, it actually ends up affecting the person that I've become today? And really think about this, right? Sometimes you might look at certain painful memories, right? Because of course you don't go back to the past to change any good memory. We want to hold on to the good memories, the good experiences. We go back to maybe wanting to change the experiences that really hurt us, like so badly. We want to change that. We want to make better choices, avoid that man or woman that we should never have been in a relationship. Avoid taking that job that maybe ended up with you losing everything like in your life, right? If we had the opportunity to change that, we would actually go back and change that. But here's the thing. What if by doing that, it means that you lose all the wisdom that you've gotten for yourself up to where you currently are right now? Because each of those painful memories, and this is what I shared in the last video, each of those memories, each of those experiences, they all got you to where you currently are right now. Meaning that, yes, you went through that painful breakup. Yes, you went through that painful situations with your boss, with your colleagues, with your family. But they made you so much stronger, so much wiser, so much more equipped to deal with the world at large based on that small painful experiences you had in your past. So if by going back and undoing that painful experiences, it means that then essentially, and this is like, just look at it like with me, right? Essentially now, there wouldn't be a you now with all the wisdom that you currently have right now to go back to the past to change all that. Do you see where I'm going with this? That all those bad experiences, regardless of how painful they were, they all got you to where you currently are right now. And if you're able to just sit in a moment of gratitude, because this is something that I tap into daily, having gratitude for all those people who hurt you in the past, because they were there to teach you a lesson. They were there to help you grow. They were there to help you evolve as a soul. And that's the reason why those situations were put in your life, to help you learn and grow. And you learned that. and you became so much better at it. So why would you even risk the opportunity of missing out on all this wisdom by going to change that painful experience? And guess what? You already lived it. It's already done. And what most people do is that they become a victim of who they were in the past. They become a victim of all their past experiences because they'll keep on reliving those painful moments. You know, when they're holding on to the anger they have towards certain people, towards certain situations, refusing to forgive, refusing to move on. They keep on reliving the past again and again and again and again. And they don't realize the wisdom of the lessons that they've learned just by going through this painful experience. And that's what a lot of people are missing out in this lifetime. So if you can actually sit and look at all this pain that you've gone through and just send love, send gratitude to this situation, because they made you who you are today. They made you who you are. How can you not appreciate that? I do that with my life, right? Like I sit down and I look at, I know like where I was working previously, like a lot of the experiences I had were not so good. And for a long time, I held on to the anger that I had towards them. I held on to that anger. It wasn't until I sat down, and this is like, some of it was when I was working there and also when I tapped up. When I sat down and actually analyzed the situation and actually identified that, hey, had this person not done this to me, I wouldn't have done this. Like, I wouldn't have tapped into now pursuing my soul mission, my soul purpose, because I wouldn't have gone through that pain that made me want to find my soul purpose, that made me so uncomfortable that I was like, you know what, there has to be something better out there for me. And that's how I want you to look at it. Okay, whatever painful experience you've had in the past, you don't have to be a victim to that. Look at it with gratitude. Send forgiveness for yourself for, first of all, ever making that choice to be in that situation. One, send yourself forgiveness for any negative choices that you made as a result of that. Send forgiveness to this person because this person, this situation was put in your life to help you realize and have that more awareness with yourself. And there's so much beauty in that. So that's how I want you to look at it. So, and just before I end this video, I would really love to learn to know your answer to this question. If someone did give you the opportunity to go back and change your past, will you actually take it? I'm curious. I'm always happy to discuss certain matters because someone would actually have a different perspective from what I have and make me see it in a different light. For me currently, I will say no, because I don't want to change the person that I've become, regardless of how much pain I was in the past. I do not want to change the person I've become. And if there's danger in me changing something that might actually stop me from being who I am today, I will not take that. I'd rather just continue with life as it is right now. Here's the other thing, right? You might be scared of the future because you might choose the $10 million option and think like, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Tomorrow you could wake up and the whole world has fallen down. The financial markets have crashed. You don't know. But here's the thing, like the future is actually not assured. I don't care how many people tell you that, you know, there's so many people, psychics, prophets or whatever, who talk about what is gonna happen in the future, but the future is actually not predetermined. It might be predetermined in the fact that it is a possible future that might occur if certain experiences are kept as they are right now, but it's not an absolute future for you, meaning that you still have free will. So you could choose to either go right or left, depending on where you currently are at that moment. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying like the future is actually not an absolute truth. You have a choice to change what kind of future you want to align with. So yes, for most people, they might look at the $10 million and say like, if I take this, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, like anything can happen. But that very fact that anything can actually happen, it could actually go both ways. It could actually end up making so much significance in your life. There is a possibility for that. And yes, it could also go this other way. But if it does go this other way, there's a lesson again to be learned from that negative situation. And that's how I want you to look at it, right? So I hope everything that I've shared in the last two videos and in this video have resonated with you. If they have, let me know down below what you loved about this video, and also your answer to that question. What choice will you make? Will you take the 10 million, or will you actually go back to the past and relive your life again? I'm curious to know. Let me know down below. If you do like the content I do share out here, make sure that you subscribe, and also click on the notification bell that's next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any content I share out every time I do a post on my channel. And as always, I always end my video by sharing how I can actually help you tap into awakening your true soul potential, reconnecting with your true self, reconnecting with your soul guidance, awakening your intuition. And how I normally do that, I do work with 2 modalities. One of them involves in Akashic records. It's called soul realignment work. And basically with the soul realignment reading, this is what you get to discover. You get to discover who you were designed to be, who God created you to be, what particular soul gifts you're gifted in, because each of us has our own gifts that God gave us to help us, and basically we're supposed to leverage this gift to create the kind of human experience that we want for ourselves. So if you want to know what particular gifts God gave you, you can check out with the soul realignment reading. Number 2, you get to discover where your soul is originally from. Like, where did you incarnate from? Basically your soul's true home, if I may call it that, because a lot of souls who are currently on the planet are not originally from Earth. Some souls did incarnate in other star systems before choosing to continue their human experience currently on planet Earth. So if you want to know where your soul is originally from, and basically the characteristics that define your soul based on that particular star system, you can check it out with the soul realignment reading. The third thing you get to discover is where are you getting your guidance from which dimension are you actually receiving guidance from. Like, where are you getting your intuition from? Where is your higher self located, like in the entire spectrum of your soul? Because your soul actually exists in 10 dimensions. So with the soul realignment reading, you can actually identify where your higher self is located in this entire spectrum. And the fourth thing you get to discover is your particular soul story. Basically, you get to identify the particular lifetime that your soul started making negative choices that you've been repeating again and again in all your preceding lifetimes until now. So many clients of mine are actually still repeating their old choices in this current human experience. So if you want to know why you have been attracting certain people, certain experiences into your life currently, and you want to resolve that energetically and clear it from your blueprint so that you stop attracting this situation into your current human experience, you can actually get to discover that again with the soul realignment reading. And the last thing, of course, you get to heal energetically through the Akashic records, right, with this powerful reading. So if you're curious about that, if you're ready to let go of everything, all your stories, all your experiences, all the people that have just been keeping you stuck and reincarnating over and over again to experience the same situation, if you're ready to say no to that, do make sure you check out the soul realignment reading down below. The link is in the description box. Or if you have more questions on this, you can send me a DM on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll always be happy to answer. The second modality is called quantum flow. So quantum flow is an amazing, powerful method that helps with biohacking your nervous system. What it does, that most people don't know, that all the trauma, all the wounds, all the negative experiences, all the painful emotions that you've had in your life, they're all recorded by your body in the nervous system. And what it does basically is form crystals inside of your nervous system that actually block the energy flowing inside of your body. So that basically means that all your chakras, all your energy system within your body is actually blocked based on these crystals. And a lot of people are actually attracting people and experiences into their current lifetime because it's a vibrational match to who they were in the past. It's a vibrational match to all this trauma that's still stuck in the nervous system. So with quantum flow, what it actually does is that it breaks down these crystals inside of your body and we get to biohack your chakras and get the energy flowing again in your body, getting the energy back into your crown, into your frontal lobe where it's actually supposed to be. So that now you're actually awakening your intuition, you're tapping into your guidance, you're accessing your inner genius, you're tapping into your manifesting capabilities, right? So if you're curious about that and you want to know more, do check out the quantum flow link down below. And I do hope I will see you on the other side. For now, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.